edition. Crystal Edge technology screen and our platform we like to call Cardboard PC Kingdom. So this is involving Adtech and involving some cardboard builds that we're doing. So basically, I thought a great way to advertise Adtech technology. We have 3 screens coming out on that technology. One is going to be a gamer technology, a rear projection. Of course, that's what Adtech is, a physical screen. The other one is going to be a black one, which is going into this one, and the other one is a clear that's used for window advertising technology. So, here they put some stuff away real quick. So I thought we'd do something really interesting with the black Adtech. As I'm building a virtual fish tank, but we'll need it for other stuff too besides the fish tank. Probably watching some TV shows off of it, movies, and probably most likely, visual effects, fireplace, all that stuff like that we're going to do with it. And most likely it's going to be used for a fish tank. So I'll show you real quick what we're doing. We're still going to have to go in and do some more work. I had to go pick up some stuff from the post office real quick. So here, this is the plastic fiberboard we use, which actually makes it a little bit more stiffer, gives it more foundation. And because we have to have a projector in here, we need for this to be super, super stiff. So we're definitely going to be putting a projector in here. All this is going to be glued together using hot glue. We're just using the tape for now to get an idea of how we want to put this together and how we want to advertise this technology. So I went and got some more sticky so we can put it all together nicely. But it's just for the time being until we get the hot glue in here. And we can put it all together. For Adtech, we're going to be using a new form of roll-on rear projection screen technology, which means I don't have to run out into warehouses. I can just roll it on and be done. Now, will this be sold to customers? No. This is basically being designed as an easier application for rear projection technologies. Alright, so let me go get this started. So I get all this done because I got to still work on my PC. I'm going to get that done. I can't wait to get the gamer done. I ordered the LED lights for my gamers. Flat chasers, man. It's not like the other LED lights I had. These are actually rope lights and they're thin. These things are pretty sick. So I want to map out the design for this screen right here, for this setup over here we're going to do. And we're going to do a panel system on that side too also. I'm trying to get an idea of what kind of paint job I want to do in this. I do want to give it a kind of a worn look, like a worn out kind of look. So the bottom's going to be done with a kind of a cherry oak kind of stained look, but the top, I'm thinking about doing a mixture of maybe black, dark gray, kind of a black, but kind of a dark gray kind of worn out job to it, and then a trace of either maybe, I think I'm going to go with copper. I think copper would look really hot on that. So we do the bottom in a nice kind of a cherry oak kind of look to it, and then the top area would do it with a kind of all black, but a little worn out brush look to it, with using a little like maybe a little soft gray, and then a dark gray, a little darker. Not too dark, not too light. It has to be in between, because that's to highlight it. And then we'll go over it with a nice copper, a copper trace. That would look gorgeous. Got a picture of that in your head, what that would look like. We don't want to look new. We want to look old-fashioned. Like we've had it for a while. Old-fashioned, worn out. You know what I'm talking about. Give it a bit of a retro look to it. That's why I kind of like that 1920 architecture kind of design. I like that look. Okay, go over there to freaking Dunkin' Donuts. Got that white hot chocolate down there. Check that out. So I'm gonna look at some furniture with some dry brushing jobs, black dry brushing jobs, and maybe some copper trim would be really nice. So, this one really here should fit in there quite nicely. Now this is going to have a built-in computer, as I said before, because the projector we have to put in there, it's not going to be to do portrait mode. You got to help it do portrait mode. So we're going to have to build a small PC in there. Of course, liquid cooling, because I'm a big fan of liquid cooling. That's what that holes are cut on the side for, and that's going to allow us to be able to run our graphic card. We shouldn't need anything big. A 1050 is all we need. We use it from parts over here we're not going to use anymore. i5 processor, 16 gigabytes on the M2 stick, because we're not using a hard drive for this one. And 16 gigabytes. Probably about 1 terabyte. We don't need 2. We're just running applications. It's not for gaming. It's visual applications. That's all. So anything high and expensive. We're not building a gaming PC with it. And we do play some games off of it. We can play retro games, which don't require a lot of power. As we're building our retro PC over here, that does not require a lot of power to run those games. Now we get down to the big boy toys, i9s and 5090s. Then you're talking about some heavy hardware. And I still have to take the case I'm going to go for that thing. But I do got this idea for this cube that runs 2 motherboards. That I'm going to try. That could run one with Linux and one without Linux. I think that guy still does those YouTube videos. There's a guy who used to talk about, it was a program show called A Cup of Linux. It's actually pretty good. I learned a lot about Linux. A Cup of Linux. Like I said, this is just for the time being. We're going to hot glue all this in. But just to give me an idea of what I'm putting together. I'd like to see the structure of what I'm putting together. Ooh. Gotta eat something. I ain't eating all day today. That's never good. I ain't eating all day. Oh, yeah. Can't do it that way. We had to do it that way. It's done this way the same way. I forgot to bridge it. I should have bridged it. I feel like where it is. Alright, you do it that way. I can cut it to size. Here, all to here. Okay. Now from where I got these areas right here, here the boxes don't fit over it. We want it like that because I'm putting lead light traces through there, and there, and there, and there. That would be much better. That would be much better. It would give me more personality, way more personality doing it that way. Definitely more personality. definitely do more personality right there. I don't want it completely square at the top. I was talking to an interesting customer about hurricanes and how they react to houses. I was thinking that how come they don't make the structure circle? Now, a structure circle would be more aerodynamic than a square circle. And that's kind of interesting. I mean, you could have the house round, but the inside could be square. You just want the structure to be round. Air would have an easier time pushing around a house that's circle than a house that's square. So that's what I'm interested in now. I'm interested in studying that. Because they start building houses circle, like I said, when hurricane winds affect the house fast, what would be the tear down process in a house? Would it be faster if it was square? Or would it be easier because it was circle? Would it be less because it's circle? I would think a circle house, if there's wind traveling at it, you could hit it and reflect around it, just like you would use, like I said, in a wind tunnel. But a square house would cause more restriction, more resistance. It just would cause damage. So, I'm interested in studying something on basically how that actually all works. That kind of interesting, that was an interesting conversation I had about talking about aerodynamics and how hurricanes affect houses and all that stuff. Let's see. This one you get back here. Yeah, I find that really fascinating. Now, when it comes down to earthquakes, well, that's an interesting story right there. Because even if they make the houses where they shift back and forth, still the ground itself could basically go out. I guess it'd be easier to evacuate buildings if the house is actually moving with the actual force of the earthquake. But the house wouldn't be to stay because, again, the foundation around the house would give away, which means the foundation could go with it. But the hurricane, that's interesting. See, I gotta get access to people who have wind tunnels at them. They really do. That would be interesting. Now, see, that looks nice. I like that. Well, that would be interesting. Because it's just curious. How would it react? A circle house, how would that react? It would be less pressure on the house. Wind could hit it and curve around it. If the house was square, yeah, it'd be more tension, more friction. still don't know to this day why they built those houses on the pier like that in California. That's insane. I think they have in Florida too, but more in California. Like, no one in their right mind said, "Hey, this is an extremely bad idea," because the ground is constantly crumbling. It constantly crumbles. Even if you look at it with the naked eye, you can't see it. It is constantly crumbling. So that's why they have to have engineers go out there and check and inspect. But we had a good rainy season. That's it. But, you know, people can afford that kind of money at the end of the day for the houses, you know. We got other places, you know. But still, even with that said, you can't replace memories. You know, you may be to insure the property and all, but the memories with it, you can't insure that. It's gone. And I think the shock part is that after it happens, you think, okay, it's not that bad, but you start remembering stuff that you had in there that you can't get back. So, I don't know why you would build a house like that on there. As a matter of fact, when most people saw that on the news when the houses were caving in, they couldn't figure it out either. Like, how? Why would you put a house like that? I understand the view has got to be incredible, but it's still not worth it. I'm taking a break. Thank you, Mommy. So I'm going with that for the top. I want to go design it because I want lights to push off in there. And the more of an edge we have with it, the more we can actually put that copper trim to it too. Now, I know for some people look at it, it don't look like much, but I just see it a little differently. I know how to master curving cardboard, curving those corners. I'm gonna build me a grandfather clock. Yeah. You can buy the kits and everything. I put the whole thing together. Build me a grandfather clock out of cardboard. And work too. Yep. You gotta come in and tear all that tape off. You want the wood to get some kind of structure damage because I'm trying to put masking tape at the top, pull it off, to give it some kind of texture to it. So when we do the design, it gives it a nice worn out look to it. So I think Gorilla Tape will do a good job, but then I don't want to pull it down. So we'll throw some masking tape and we'll go in and put it up in different areas and strip it off and give it kind of a worn out texture because that box is a little too smooth. I don't want it to be too smooth. I need the corners to be worn out really nicely. So we'll do that with masking tape. And like I said, the job we want to do at the bottom, I want a deep cherry oak for the bottom, but for the top area, I want it to be black. Not only black, I want it to be kind of a gray, dull brush stroke, dry brush stroke in the corners, just in the corners and the edges, to highlight the edges really nice. And then we'll put a copper trim right through it. After the lights, we'll do a soft white. And some people can look at this and they can see it. Some people can't see it yet. Huh? It's not because you don't have an imagination. Everybody has an imagination. But it takes a while for some people. It's like the paintings back in the 80s. Little dot paintings, and a bunch of dots, and we would stare at it for hours and hours. And some people would pick it up faster than others. Some people see the flying saucer in the back. A couple of them I picked up, a couple of them I didn't. I'm sitting there staring at it like, I don't see it. Guys, you don't see it? There's a bear right there in the middle. And see, I didn't see it. I saw the bear. But I saw the flying saucer. I saw that one. Once you see it, you can never unsee it ever. And some people be staring at it every day, and they go, oh, I see it, oh, see it. See it? Like, I can see it. It's right there. Try to meet my suit. Got Lord telling me different ways to put it together. I want to pick up maybe like 5 rolls of masking tape to do that. Yeah. All day. I think I'm going to put a top in a box in over there. Do it that one. Okay. I like that. We'll go with that instead. I like it. Let's get ready. You have to pick out which one you want, man. You want this one? Or you want that one? You can't have both. What's my projector? My projector there. You can have that one. You can't have both. Which boys? Oh, you got 3 from there. You only got 2 from here. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's see everything cleaned up. Cleaned up, let's go. Happy with that. Alright, recap or change. So, that's what we're doing for the top. Want kind of a pyramid design for the top. Recap again. Cooling system, liquid cooling system. Power supply, motherboard. All that to be there perfectly right there. I'm going to put projector here on a stand here. That's going to allow it to stand straight up horizontally. Screen will be about right here. All we need is a foot and 6 inches, which we no problem. We did measure the projector from here to here. We have more than enough room to get a short throw projector I'm using. I am going to put something in here, but not for right now. I'm going to get it all put together first before we start sizing that out. And we are going to do cherry oak down here, but lighting system. And up top, here and here, around the frame and up here, we're going to definitely do a all black with a worn out gray brush job to detail and highlights the corners. And after that, we're going to put a nice copper trace all the way around here to trace everything out nice copper, all here and here. And underneath that, we're going to run a nice white LED light, a soft LED light, which we're going to have to do installing a dimmer to do that. So we can actually dim the light. We don't want it super bright, popping in the face. I need to have a nice, soft, low, dim light. We're going to give it a kind of a Bioshock kind of design to it. That's what we're going to do. So we have a built-in computer. And on that screen, we're going to get a wireless keyboard and mouse. Remember I told you the architecture structure of the building? Yeah. Just like that. That's why I've started seeing it. When you walk in there, it's like walking through a game of Bioshock. It really is. Let me see. It's making coffee. You smell a lot of coffee in here. Let me see. You know coffee's bad for you? You don't be drinking that much coffee. Coffee's bad for you. Like really bad for you. You know, heart attack from drinking coffee. Drink way too much. It's dangerous. It's good to have coffee, but not if you're drinking for like I did. I was addicted to it. I was drinking like 12 cups a day. I was almost killing myself. So let me see. Keep that. Black furniture with gray, worn-out brush strokes. I'm going to give it an antique look to it. That's why you have the trim corners. They're just dabbed with the brush. Everything else is in black. See that worn-out furniture? That worn-out furniture costs more. Because it shows there's a little bit of wear and tear to it, that costs you more money. Anything with a kind of a worn look to it, because it's a paint job, they had to do a custom paint job to do that. You get that furniture look worn out like that. This is not so much. Wow, I remember this is old. That's antique right there. I remember those in dresser drawer cabinets when I was a kid. I haven't seen those in a long time. Distressing furniture. That's what it's called, giving that distressed look to it. That faded to it. Technique of basically aging your furniture. So that's what we're going to do with that over there. And we're going to get some nice crown molding. Not the heavy one. Detailed crown molding for furniture. Crown molding for furniture. Crown molding fixtures. Fixture for furniture. Crown molding decorative art. There we go. This is what we need. Decorative art, crown molding. That's beautiful. That's also beautiful. Alright, I'm going to get some from Home Depot. I'm going to have to paint it in all black and give it a copper trim. Oh, we get to work with the detail brushes. Alright. Get to work with the detail brushes. I'm going to have to put, for that plexiglass, definitely going to have to do a magnetic system, because I need to get back and forth in and out of there behind there to get to all that stuff. So the glass has to go with a magnetic system. And I think I'm going to put a copper border around it, so it blends in with a nice, because you can't just have a sheet of glass, it's going to look so weird. So I have to put a little copper bordering around it. Crown molding corners, Home Depot. And we do our corners too nicely. There, something like that. Oh, that'd be nice for the elegant silver. Definitely would be good for the silver. Got a better frame for the silver. Alright, I know how to line up. not heavy crown molding. Crown molding is kind of heavy. This is a very light, thin crown molding. They use it for arts and crafts, for decorative art. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a nice trim. They have to be hand painted. Got to hand paint all those. Look at the bottom of that base. Look good with this color right there. That looks nice. So that one, I'm gonna make it so I can pull it apart in sections because I'm taking it with me. That thing is gonna come out so I can see it right now in my head. I'm definitely take it with me. All right, people. I think I'm gonna do the PC transfer tomorrow. Yeah. Gotta be on Facebook to do some demonstrations. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time and God bless.